Hey everybody, it's your girl, super producer, and we are in the great city of Kankakee, Illinois. Last Tuesday, there was a mayoral debate between the current mayor, Chris Curtis, and the challenger, Dr. Genevra Walters. In this debate, the mayor of Kankakee said some very interesting things to me. I'm going to let you listen to the things that he said, and then we'll talk about them. These debates, I believe, are going to be much needed going forward. We should have them in all of the South suburbs because we need to start researching our candidates. We need to start being informed. As a matter of fact, there is another debate between these two candidates that will be happening this Saturday between the hours of 10 a.m. and 12 noon at the Families in Focus Christian Network Forum at the Lusso Pastoral Center, 371 North Jeff Joseph Street in Kankakee, Illinois. 371 North Joseph Street in Kankakee, Illinois. I'll be back after you listen to these clips and see some information that I post about these ideals. Enjoy.
Audience, what is your position on DEI and why?
So DEI is that phrase right now that's out there. It's kind of we'll call it a touchy phrase, what it means. So where is it at right now? I sit there and say that I can only control what happens in the city of Kankakee. I can't control on a national level or a state level. Our police department looks like our residents. When I came in, we've had basically 52 sworn officers. We now have 67 sworn officers. And I can tell you that we've increased our women, our blacks, and our Hispanics by 33% in our police department.
Now, I know that I'm not crazy. Did he just use the term our women, our blacks, and our Hispanics? What does that even mean? If you look at the makeup of Kankakee, the African American community makes up the majority of that community, which they are the residents, which in turn are his constituents, which is his boss. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I just think that this terminology, there's something wrong with it. Well, we have yet more to hear.
To enhance services and support for the senior population in Kankakee.
But it's difficult to provide day services for seniors. I'd love to say that that's something that we can do, but I think we've got other pressing projects that we have to deal with right now to make sure that our infrastructure and our growth is stabilized. Mostly our infrastructure right now. We're an older city that needs a lot of money put towards that, and we're working on that.
Thank you, Dr. Walters.
I envision a community engagement center. And in this center, we would have workforce development, we would have senior services, we would have youth services, we would have disabled/veteran services, and then we would have a faith-based component. Now, of course, you start with a vision and then you have to find the resources. The next job would be to actually apply for grants to find the resources to support those services. We are an R3 area, which means that we are an area, excluding the west side of Kankakee, that was significantly affected by the war on drugs. And because of that designation, I know there's state funding. We're not sure about the federal funding, but I know that there's state funding to support areas that were impacted by the war on drugs. And so we need to figure out how do we access those resources? Where are those resources? Apply for those resources and bring them in to start a community center, engagement center that services a multi-generational group of people, from our youngest to our oldest, including our disabled and our veterans.
Did he just say that seniors was not his focus and that he had other issues that were more important? When his whole almost entire voting base is seniors? If you look at the following breakdown, ages 45 to 65 and older are the people that live in Kankakee that make up the majority of the residents. So how is not senior issues a focus. Wow, this race in Kankakee really looks like it's going to be an interesting one. And if we haven't learned anything from Dalton, Illinois, it's that we must research our candidates. We must be familiar with their ideologies and their thought processes. Thank you to Dalton, Illinois, for standing up and showing us that we need to get involved in our government, and that means learning about the candidates. As you can see in this video, I have placed some items in these videos that are really standing out to me. I don't know how you feel about them, but they're standing out to me. We're going to be researching a lot more into Kankakee, into Maybe Park Forest, into Sauk Village, into Tinley Park. And I hope that you can continue to rock with me, the super producer. If you would, please like, share, and subscribe this video. Make sure your notification bells are on. If you want to, you can become a member of this channel for $5.99 a month. We do meetings called Meeting of the Minds. Those meetings are great meetings, and they're very informational. Thank you to all of the supporters of this channel. I hope that I'm doing you proud, and I hope that you all see the dedication that I have for this. I wish you nothing but blessings for your life, and I'll see you on the next video.